Hello and welcome to the Antiquarian Outlook for week 33 of 2025, starting August 11th. I'm Spencer W. Stuart, Collections Advisor, author of Contemporary Issues in Rare Books and Manuscript Collecting, and host of the monthly webinar Collecting Insights. For more details on my services, publications, and programs, follow the links below, along with links to the various auctions mentioned in the program. Alright, let's get into last week's results. Tuesday, Bonhams had Americana online. There were 342 lots offered, of which 277 sold, making for an 80.9% sell-through rate. Within that number, there were 35 lots offered that were connected to books and ephemera, of which 32 sold, making for a 91.4% sell-through rate. Highest price realized within that category was lot 340. This 1984 cast of Muhammad Ali's fist, along with a framed autograph photograph done by his friend Rodney Hilton Brown. Estimates were set at $2,000 to $3,000 US, realizing just over $3,000 US. A lot that exceeded expectation was 208. This updated edition of Delille's map of Mexico as well as the United States, done in 1783. Estimates were set at $600 to $800 US, realizing $1,920 US. Wednesday, Freeman's Hidman had summer reading. There were 413 lots offered, of which 387 sold, making for a 93.7% sell-through rate. Highest price realized was for lot 124, this group lot of 4 first editions of Arthur Conan Doyle. Estimates were set at $200 to $300 US, realizing $5,525 US. Also sharing top spot was lot 401, this group of 400 titles of detective fiction, most of them in first edition, dated from the 1880s through to the 1960s. Estimates were set at $1,000 to $2,000 US, realizing again $5,525 US. A couple lots that exceeded expectation, 62. This group of 25 first editions done by Agatha Christie. Estimates were set at $600 to $800 US, realizing $4,225 US. As well as lot 361, a group of 17 first editions of Rex Stout. Estimates were set at $300 to $500 US, realizing $3,250 US. Still with Wednesday, RR Auctions had fine autographs and artifacts. There were 568 lots offered, of which all of them sold. Highest price realized was for lot 129, this autograph letter written by Sun Yat-sen during the 1911 revolution. Bidding started at $60,000 US, realizing $75,000 US. A lot that exceeded expectation was 756. This 5-page letter written by Don Henley of the Eagles in 1974. Bidding was set to start at $400 US, ultimately realizing $15,344 US. Finishing off Wednesday, Trafford Books had books and ephemera. There were 246 lots offered, of which 173 sold, making for a 70.3% sell-through rate. Highest price realized was for lot 101, this collection of football autographs from 1920s through the 1940s. Estimates were set at £600 to £800, realizing £960. On to Thursday, PBA Galleries had photography and fine art, fine press, and fine bindings. There were 322 lots offered, of which 204 sold, making for a 63.3% sell-through rate. Highest price realized was for lot 217, this second impression of Charles Dickinson's Great Expectations, printed in 1861. Estimates were set at $3,000 to $5,000 US, realizing $4,375 US. A buy-in of note, lot 303, this Scottish tune book published in 1662 in first edition. Estimates were set at $8,000 to $12,000 US. A lot that exceeded expectation was 261, 8 volumes of classical literature and archaeology related to Greece, dating from 1875 through to 1976. Estimates were set at $300 to $500 US, realizing just above $1,000 US. Still with Thursday, Forum Auctions had their online sale, Books and Works on Paper. There were 288 lots offered, of which 260 sold, making for a 90.2% sell-through rate. Highest price realized was for lot 276, this almost complete run of Australasian Sketcher with pen and pencil, published between 1873 to 1889. Estimates were set at £2,000 to £3,000, realizing £4,400. A buy-in of note, lot 18, this unsophisticated copy of the first Baldus edition on agriculture by a major Roman writer on the subject, published in Paris in 1529. Estimates were set between £3,000 to £4,000. A lot that exceeded expectation was 116, Le Casset's Journal of the Private Life and Conversations of Emperor Napoleon at St. Helena, published in 1823. Estimates were set at £400 to £600, realizing £4,200. Finishing off Thursday, Les auctioneers had rare books and works on paper. There were 311 lots offered, of which 257 sold, making for an 82.6% sell-through rate. Highest price realized was for lot 115, this 2-volume copy of Nehru's Glimpses of the World History, published between 1934 to 1935. Estimates were set at £1,000 to £2,000, realizing £1,350. A lot that exceeded expectation was 151. This 1815 copy of Alauda Equiano's The Interesting Narrative of the Life of Alauda Equiano. Estimates were set at £300 to £500, realizing £1,300. In the news, registration is still open for the emerging, expanding, and legacy cohorts of the September sessions of Collecting Insights. As always, a complimentary copy of contemporary issues and rare books and manuscript collecting is provided for registrants. So follow the links below and see which session might work for you, and we look forward to receiving your registration. For a hyperlinked list of next week's auctions we have an eye on, please get in touch with us directly. Well, that's been the week from here. What did you think of last week's results? Was there anything that surprised you? Anything you had your eye on? Please put your comments below and we'll keep the conversation going. If you want to stay up to date, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, turn on your notifications, and let others know about this program. Thanks again for tuning in. All for now, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.